Capricorns, welcome to your 2021 reading message from Spirit. For those of you who are looking to connect with your spirit guide and spirit team more closely, as well as connect to your soul more closely, head to the link in the comments and you'll be redirected to 2 free meditations that I put together for you guys. Without further ado, though, Capricorn, let's get to your read. So you've got Defend to the End, the Worthwhile, Spirals of Manifestation, and Come to Life. So let's just start with Come to Life, the last one. Believe it or not, all the personal growth you've been going through, Capricorn, is going to kind of seem like nothing compared to what you're about to go through. And it's not going to be torturous. It's not going to be hard. It's not going to be long work. It's not going to be hard work, okay? Because a lot of your growth up until now has been all that shadow work, parts work, integration work, inner child work, age regression, shadow work. It's where you've been going back in and like cleaning up and healing any old trauma from when you were younger. So that can feel painful, right? It's like all of that work was just to set the stage and the ground level for your next level of growth. And like that's actually where you're going to enjoy life, where you're going to be able to unabashedly admit, I do like XYZ and I'm going to do it. I do like having multiple partners. I like having multiple boyfriends. I'm trying to think of like outlandish things. Not outlandish. If you guys like it, you guys like it. Do your thing. That's the point of this message. It's that, or like maybe you got like, hey, I got a foot fetish. I want a guy who will cherish and love my feet. Like literally this is going to be about you powerfully going, hey, this is what I enjoy and I'm going to allow myself to enjoy it. And it's not one of those, this is what I like and I'm going to enjoy it and I don't give a crap what everyone else thinks. It's just going to be, hey, I like this. Oh, you don't like it? Really? Why not? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I like it. I'm going to go do it. So it's just more, you're not going to allow yourself to be swayed by other people's opinions anymore. AKA, you're not going to be people pleasing as much anymore. Because that's another thing coming up for you right now. Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. Like, I want to say it this way. Like, you know who's a friend and who's not a friend. But it's not, she's a good friend, she's a bad friend. Like, you're at a point where you're going to have multiple requests for friendships, multiple requests for relationships, multiple requests for clients, multiple job opportunities. And it's not what's good, what's bad. It's which ones just align with me right now. And just like, you know who's there to party and play with you and vibe with you and be your friend. But you also know those who are there for you, like just for your skills, your talents, when you're there just naturally in your presence, they naturally pick up golden nuggets of wisdom. And it's like you're gonna not care about trying to prove how good of a person you are. And it's almost as if you're not gonna care. Like, you used to try to make yourself like everyone. So maybe you were hanging out with that person who would just always like the little snippets of nuggets they would gather from just being in your energy and whatever it is you're good at. And you're like, why can't I just like them more? They show up on time, they give me food, they do all these good things. Why can't I like them? It's because you're really learning this month, really setting to stone to the core of your heart. Personal preference. Personal preference. It's a arduous journey to get from source energy down here to earth. You have to gestate in a belly for 9 or 10 months. And then when you're born, you're like, wow, what is this? I don't know how to do anything. You're willing to go from source, infinite intelligence, down into a newborn who you don't even know how to use the body you were born into. And you do that because you were, when I go down, I want to go be part of this. When I go down, I want to be part of liberating women in this country. When I go down, I just want to travel the world and have fun. I want to be a digital nomad. When I go down, I want to be part of like overhauling the U.S. justice system. When I go down, I want to be the person who gets both Americas to act as one country. Like, who knows what, whatever your preference was. It's really a month of you owning it. And it's just like, hey, that's something I prefer to do in a paid session. Hey, that's something I can help you with, no problem. And it might even be those times where, like, let's just say you're a plumber. One friend asks for help. You might have to go, oh, yeah, I can do that. I charge $75 for that. Another friend might go, dude, my sink's clogged up. Okay, I'll come over right afterwards. It's like allowing yourself to have that difference and allowing yourself that sometimes you may not want to charge them, sometimes you want to charge them. Because sometimes your financial situation changes, your financial needs might change. And it's really just about you honoring in the moment, this is what's in alignment for me. This is not in alignment for me. See, and it's like, you're definitely hitting a pivotal point of success. And there's like some people who are like, oh, she's successful. So a lot of people are going to want to be around that, right? I remember when I first started my business, not quite first, maybe like 9 months in, I was just on a roll and I was getting a lot of clients. It was going really well. And ladies were always, you should do this, 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 and that. Or even like when I was on a client call and I was helping them, they'd go, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm like, I don't want to run ads. I like what I'm doing right now, but why not? It's like they wanted this feat of success, but they didn't think they could have it. So instead they were trying to get me to do it. But I was perfectly happy with the organic marketing I was doing. I loved it. Now, 5 years later, now I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's just run ads. You got to allow yourself to have that growth, that change in preference, because we don't need to beat yourself up. I should love going live. I should love creating content for people. No, just go, hey, I'm being inspired to run business a different way. That probably means that once my business takes up less of my time, then I'm going to have more time for something else. I don't know what that is yet. I'm curious to find out, because you're coming to life. Okay, you're just really going to have to pay attention, though, in your friend circle and your social time of life. Is the person nourishing, uplifting? Does it feel like a drain? Do you feel recharged or do you feel decharged? I don't know the right word for that. It's just recognizing that there's always going to be some people who are going to start to want to be your friends just for those golden nuggets that come out from you. And this doesn't mean be hyper vigilant. Do you really like me? Are you really my real friend? If you were, you would do this. No, it's just because you know. The doubt that you're carrying, that's some generational karma BS going on. That it kind of feels like it's coming from your mom's side of your family, for most of you, okay? And it's, if one of your parents lived in a lot of doubt, it will trickle into your vibration too. You're now releasing that, knowing that that's my mom's, that's my grandma's, that's my dad's to untangle. I don't have to untangle that. I can just live in my vibration. So like it's multi-layered here what you're doing. You're like, hey, that was how my parents lived life. Hey, that was the fear my parents grew up with. I don't have that fear, right? We could talk about racism really quick, right? You know, previous generations, like racism was rampant. It was okay to say some things. Or maybe there was a legit fear of another race in them because, like, I don't know, maybe something really bad happened and that race did it to them, their family. But then you grew up and you're like, hey, you know what? Actually, that fear is my mom's. That fear is my grandparents. I've personally enjoyed every interaction with that race. That's that you're allowing yourself to, I can understand that that's your fear. I'm not going to judge you. I don't feel that fear, though, so just let me do it. Because there's something that you've been really wanting for a long time. And the word success keeps popping into my head. So there's some level of success that you've really been wanting for a long, long time. And you've been inching and inching and inching and inching and inching. It's been like, oh, when's the breakthrough going to come? It's coming. The biggest key for you, though, Capricorn, is really going to be to figure out your why. Because you thought the why was success. You maybe thought the why was money. You maybe thought the why was prestige. But like when you kind of just, when you're going to have to shift through some people's energy of like, hey, sorry, I don't have time for that right now. Hey, sorry, I don't have time for that right now. Hey, you know. For some of you, that will be a growth lesson to say no to some people, or that even if you have the physical time to do it, you may not have the mental capacity, right? Because there's lots of people I can help with my life coaching, and especially my friends. But, you know, I just had one 2 days ago where I just had to let her know, like, hey, eeks, I got to make my zodiac signs. I haven't been doing good at getting those up, all 12 of them at the beginning of the month, and I really want to do a good job this month. I'm going to have to call you later. And it might take me a couple days. Some of you are going to have to be at that growth stage of being able to say that. Some of you are going to be at the growth stage of getting comfortable with saying that, which that is, because that's you seeing yourself. A boundary, that's you, hey, this is my need. Even though I technically have the physical time to help you, I know that it's going to tax me mentally and I won't be able to finish all my videos later, right? It's like that level of refinement of how much you can take on. Like, gone are the days of it's, well, I have time for it in my calendar, physical time, so I'll do it. Now you're going to start taking into account your well-being, your emotional well-being and your mental well-being. Okay, but let's go back to when you figure out why you actually wanted success, why you started it, or the carrot that was being dangled in front of you. I want it for money. I want it for time freedom. I want it so I can be my own boss. You're going to now find that your why is actually different. And when you tap into the new why, that's when everything's going to fall into place for you. Like, I'll give you a personal example. I was actually just meditating this morning, talking to my spirit team. And I realized, like, oh, wait, I don't want this business success for a Porsche. I don't want this business success for XYZ. I want business success because I genuinely love being a life coach to people. And I want to provide a lifestyle for my babies. And I'm not even married right now. I don't even have a boyfriend right now. But I realized, like, my why 5 years ago, at the time I thought, oh, it's because I want money for this. It's because I want to do this. I want to do that. I realized, like, oh no, my why was because I knew it was going to take some time to figure out how to run a business. No one in my family has ever run a business. I was an HR admin. I had no idea how to do sales and marketing. So I knew it was going to take me time to learn and master the skill. And I didn't want to be doing that when I was, like, pregnant or with little newborn babies. I wanted to go through it beforehand. And now I was just like, that somber moment was like, oh, my why for this next step in career growth isn't actually about me. It's about wanting to help more students become who they really are, more clients, more students. And it's also about, I want to provide a more easeful life, financial life for my children than I had growing up. Now I'm like, wow, well, now it's obvious I have to start running the ads. Well, now it's obvious to be more confident on the sales call, right? Whereas before I always had this doubt of, like, and I would, in my head, I think, oh, it's because I don't think I'm worthy. It's because I don't think I'm worth that much. I don't think other people value the growth as much as I'm putting the price tag to it. No, it was actually just that I didn't want the money for the reasons why I thought I wanted the money. I didn't want the clients for the reasons why I thought I wanted the clients. Now that I'm tapped into it, it's just like, hey, let's call some people. I am committed to reaching more students who want what I offer. I am committed to offering my kids an easier, right? So you gotta just, like, filter through some of the social time requests you're getting, and you know which ones you want to be spending your time with and which ones you don't. Are you going to be willing to say no? Yes or no? And once you take the time to filter through that, then you're going to have the mental space to go, oh my God, this is my why. And once you get that why, everything's going to fall into place for you. All right, Capricorns, I really hope this helped for you. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it to your Capricorn friends. Give me a comment below if you want to share any epiphanies or awesome moments you had, or if you have a question. I'll come back and answer in the comments. Maybe I'll make another video for you if it's longer than a comment. And again, if you want those free meditations, just click the link in the comments below. Rooting for you, Capricorns. Good luck. Bye.